It is the responsibility of a nation to nurture and cherish its children, to expose them to different opportunities, to help them avail those which are the best for them. And these moments and these words of encouragement, these conversations, these slightly light-hearted interactions with their Prime Minister, definitely going to leave some very special memories in their hearts.
देश के कोने कोने से ये एनसीसी कैडेट्स यहाँ पहुंचे हैं और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री महोदय, उनकी यही खासियत है, देश के सर्वोच्च नेतृत्व का युवा शक्ति से सीधा संवाद, अनुशासन बनाए रखना है, साथ ही साथ बातचीत भी करनी है, इंटरेक्शन भी करना है माननीय प्रधानमंत्री महोदय से। एनसीसी की जो तीनों विंग्स हैं उसमें देश के कोने कोने से 1100 कैडेट्स यहाँ पर पहुंचे हैं, भारत माता की जय के नारे लगाते हुए। ये सभी कैडेट्स शासन की सीमा के साथ अपने आप को रोक नहीं पा रहे हैं, उनके अंदर का जो उत्साह है, जो आह्लादित महसूस कर रहे हैं, अगर उनसे पूछा जाएगा तो शायद शब्दों में उसे बयान करना मुश्किल होगा। यकीनन इन सभी के लिए एक बहुत ही यादगार, कभी ना भुलाने वाला, अविस्मरणीय मौका।
एक शब्द है कनेक्ट, जिसको हम अब देख रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री किसी भी उम्र के व्यक्ति के साथ जिस तरह से संपर्क स्थापित करते हैं वो बहुत सीखने लायक भी है और वो एक बिल्कुल अद्भुत सा क्षण होता है। इन सभी एनसीसी कैडेट्स के लिए जो स्कूली छात्र छात्राएं हैं, ये एक ऐसा मौका जिसकी कल्पना अक्सर करना मुश्किल होता है कि जब देश के प्रधानमंत्री के आप इतने निकट हों, लाल किले की प्राचीर से संबोधन के बाद जोश, उत्साह और ऊर्जा, वो सब और इन किशोरों के साथ वो और बढ़ती हुई और सब तक पहुंचती हुई।
Absolutely. In fact, the beauty of youthful spirit is that it's infectious. So the Prime Minister also getting a spring in its step. There's a lightness of being.
So the Prime Minister with cadets of the National Cadet Corps, 1,100 cadets, both boys and girls, future generation, future
special quality,
voters of our country, and the Prime Minister interacts with 1,100 students, NCC cadets, as they chant Vande Mataram and Bharat Mata Ki Jai. The Prime Minister now moves from the students' gallery to where you have the Shramjeevis and of course guests. There are 600 sarpanches and panches from various villages. There are Anganwadi workers. You know, when the Prime Minister talks about women-led development in rural India, some of those women are also here. Some of the panches and sarpanches from border villages are also here. Nurses are here. Those who administered those 200 crore COVID doses, they are here, taking that development to rural India. The Prime Minister referred to villages, not the last villages of India, but the first villages of India. Villages in the land of the rising sun.
We step into our
from
77th
Arunachal
year
Pradesh
of our
to
independence, and
Gujarat,
the completed
from
figures of
Ladakh
the
to
decades gone by
Lakshadweep,
as a free
border
nation.
villages, model villages.
There is
That's
also
what the
a
Prime
great
Minister
responsibility
referred
that
to.
rests on
Now,
our
if you
shoulders.
notice, the SPG commandos, they stayed away when the Prime Minister was with
And in
students,
moments
but
like
now, of
these,
course,
in
as
moments of
a large number of
festivities,
people
in
come
moments of
forward to take
interaction,
selfies with the Prime Minister, you have
we also
the
reflect often, have we
SPG
achieved
once
what we
again
envisioned
with
for
here.
ourselves?
The Prime
Yes,
Minister
we
also
have in
interacting
many
with
ways.
Shramjeevis,
Have we made
including those
progress?
of the Border Roads
Have we managed to
Organization
ensure
engaged in the
that the
task
most
of building
needy have also
very
been
crucial
included?
roads
Attempts are
at
definitely
Eastern
on.
Ladakh at Arunachal
And the times are
Pradesh,
changing
in
so
North
rapidly,
Sikkim,
and the relevance
also
of what
in
we have
Barahoti,
achieved to the
the
advancements
middle
made
sector.
have never been so
Anganwadi
critical,
workers,
and India
nurses,
is on the cutting edge of that
sarpanches.
movement.
The Prime Minister interacts with those who
कोई
say
उन्हें
are
मिलना चाहता
builders.
है, कोई
He
उन्हें
says
छूना
are
चाहता
builders
है,
of
कोई
New
उन्हें कुछ
India.
भेंट करना चाहता है।
Rajdeep, I'm sorry we had to interrupt you when the Prime Minister was interacting with these cadets. But once again, let's finish the point you were making, Rajdeep. This is the Prime Minister, you say, who's also making an emphatic
जो बेशकीमती
poll plea pre-2024. Elect me, I come back in 2024 to address you, he says, and talk about your achievements as a nation. Rajdeep.
The meeting of hands.
I think, Gaurav, he
the
did
meeting
two
of
things. There were
hearts.
two parallel tracks. One was the parallel track which we saw in 2022 as well, the belief that India is entering this golden period or
To
Amrit
some
Kal.
very
And he
precious
claimed that to do that, India's time has come, and to achieve the goals of Amrit Kal, you needed to celebrate India's diversity, make sure that Make in India becomes world class, ensure women-led development, spoke about maximum women pilots in the world coming from India, regional aspirations to be satisfied, and build national character. So there was the rousing, rising India speech, but parallel to that was the election campaign speech. When he spoke of Parivarvad, when he spoke of corruption, when he spoke of appeasement, this is now the familiar theme that we've seen of Prime Minister Modi, particularly ever since the India Alliance challenge has come up. The Prime Minister is targeting them on these three planks, and he used the platform of Independence Day to make what will be seen by his critics in particular as an overtly political election speech. So the two tracks, the Rising India track, which is where Mr. Modi identifies himself, and he referred to himself in the third person at least half a dozen times, identifies himself with Rising India, and on the other hand takes on his critics. And when he said towards the end, Gaurav, that come next August 15th, I will be here giving you the achievements of India, he was effectively suggesting that he intends to, he's certain of winning 2024. So you could call that overconfidence, or you could call it self-confidence. So I think one eye right through this speech was clearly on the voter. In that sense, much more of an election speech than what we've seen in Mr. Modi's Independence Day speeches of recent times. And there was the reference to Manipur. If I may say so, right at the very top, he referred to Manipur and the travails of the people there, said that better times were coming, things were better, he claimed now, and without going into the details of what the solutions were, did reach out at the very outset to what has been happening in Manipur in the last few months.